Ooh, nice. But that one was fun. That was Brooker's Hobbies crew. That was fucking Patrick. That was fucking barely not beating the last raid boss. It was because they're 4-man parties. It was me and Sarah, Steve, and Louie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I've never been able to run that Old Republic game. I always just played the Knights of the Old Republic games.
Oh no, I had a blast. I was a Sith Inquisitor and I was a healer. And yeah, I was a Sith Inquisitor and a healer. Steve and Louie was funny.
You're a support.
Yeah. What made it funny was fucking. I think now that I look back, Steve, Louie, and Sarah, they were all fucking bounty hunters.
Cool.
Why?
I
mean, it's better than like picking a Jedi.
No. Well, because that's what Sarah wanted to be. Sarah wanted to be a Mandalorian like style bounty hunter
because she knew about Mandalorians.
Yeah, and so did Steve and Louie because they work at Brooker's Hobby. So that's the funny
Makes
part.
Sense.
They were different. Yeah, they were different specs. Like one of them was a tank Mandalorian, and Sarah and Louie were two different DPS specs of Mandalorians. But
nice.
Yeah, so we had these.
That's
so
like the class. I would imagine that's the class.
Yeah, now that I look back, I was this cool Sith Inquisitor who would stand back, heal people, and then when I wasn't healing, I'd shoot a bunch of Force Lightning and fucking cause a bunch of plague sickness, but I'd stand behind these Mandos while they would just
You're a night owl.
the whole room up. Yeah,
like
I look back and that's what made it fun was shit like that, dude. It was cool. My lightsaber was useless because I never used it, but I still found cool crystals and had this cool fucking black fucking crystal black lightsaber with a purple silhouette.
The hell?
Yeah, dude.
That sounds pretty rad. I wish, now I could run it, but
Final Fantasy is my favorite of them, but that one I can get Sarah into, and I miss playing an MMO with Sarah.
I'm not gonna lie, like the only fantasy or Final Fantasy game I ever played was 7, and it was when it came out when I was like 10 or something.
Oh, you should though. If you like 7, you should be able to dig fucking because of the same producer. You should be able to.
I don't even know if I like 7. I was 10 when I played it. I don't even think I understood.
12 is my favorite. I like 7, but 12 is easily my favorite. I love the combat system. I love the story because there's no fucking love story involved in it. Just as political espionage and assassinations. What I didn't know till I found out way later was talking to my buddy Sean, the one who does jujitsu. And
nice.
Me and him were both
I like
talking
that
about
guy a lot.
Yeah, he's cool. We were both talking about Final Fantasy and tactics in particular. And we realized in talking about stories into each other, and then we looked it up.
Nice flash.
That Final Fantasy 12 is a sequel to Final Fantasy Tactics, and it takes place like 20 years after the story of Final Fantasy Tactics. And that's why whenever you go into a new zone in Final Fantasy 12, the computer they show the screen pan away, and it does this weird diagonal view. It's a fucking Easter egg of how they would fucking show a new map. Only they would just be showing like the first little corridor.
Guard is no joke, Chris.
I like hardly remember Final Fantasy 12. Which one was the one online? Was that 11?
11.
Yeah, I think that was the last one I like tried to play.
11 was bomb. 11's still going. I think 11 goes on the phone now.
The skill tree was too much for me. It was like, and I'm used to skill trees, and that one fucked me up.
So I'll tell you what made me love. One of the things that made me love Sony and even Square Enix was that this was about 5 years ago, and so I seen an article about 5 years ago on IGN 5 years ago that said. It said, like, all good things come to an end. They're like, Final Fantasy 11 will be going offline on PlayStation 2. And I was like, wait.
Yeah.
It
was on the air.
It's going offline on PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
It was 5 years ago, and they were allowing support on PlayStation 2. You got me because you're under me.
Did they just drop PlayStation 3 support, just like a week or two ago?
Ooh, that was pretty good.
That was 12.
They did.
That was 12.
And
12. That was 15. That was 14. That was 14 because 11 they never put on 3.
No, I'm saying they just dropped PS3.
Yeah,
support.
that was 14. That was 14 that just lost it. 11 never got to 3. They never put 11 on 3. 11 was 2 in PC, and then Final Fantasy 14 was 3, was 4. But Final Fantasy 14 is still going super strong. We have one more match or another? Final Fantasy 14 Online is going strong. That game's bomb. That game, play-wise, that game is literally the closest to D&D. It's really the closest to old school D&D. Even the way you get other classes
Final
and
Fantasy,
stuff
you mean? You got to be more clear.
Final Fantasy 15 is the closest fucking one, or 14.
To D&D for Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 14 is fucking the closest thing to old school D&D in terms of the MMOs. How the turn base is, how they get certain classes unlocked is the same way you have to.
You can't necessarily say that because D&D came out with Neverwinter, and Neverwinter
doesn't play like it though, dude. What I mean by that is like this.
Those are
it's
direct
like
D&D rules.
What I mean is that I mean mechanically, I mean combat-wise, and not just combat-wise. I mean like in Neverwinter, you can't cross-class. You can't change your class mid-game whenever you want at whim. It's not a necessity. But it's not a necessity to be like, okay, so case in point, like in Final Fantasy, you gotta be, if you want to be a ninja, you have to fucking be a level you have to be a certain level archer. Then after you go to a certain level archer, you have to go back and be a level 1 again and pick a fucking thief. And then you gotta be a thief to a certain level, and then after that, someone will open up and say, "Hey, you want to come and be a ninja?"
That's the same system as KOTOR, though.
But what I'm saying is that that's also the same system as D&D 1.5 and 1.0. That's how hybrid classes and prestige. So when I say that, and KOTOR, for the record, KOTOR is based on D&D 3.5.
No, I know.
Literally.
No, I know.
Yeah, quite literally. And so KOTOR
that's
has
why
that.
I like it so much, because that's what I know is like 3 and 4.
Yeah. So when I say that, this game is the closest to D&D, Neverwinter plays more like an arcade Diablos type game. Like
I guess.
I played Neverwinter. I played it when it was in its vanilla, and there was only 4 classes.
Neverwinter just felt like a shitty Path of Exile, to be honest.
Yeah, well, because it's older. It's way older than Path of Exile. Path of Exile is newer.
It was like 10 or 15 years older than Path of Exile.
Yeah. I played Neverwinter when it was when they only have 4 classes.
When it was on Dreamcast.
No, that was a different Neverwinter. I'm talking about the current Neverwinter Online.
Well, the first Neverwinter was online too, though.
The first one, yeah. I'm talking about the current one. I didn't play the old one. I know the old one you're talking about. I didn't play that.
Oh.
But the current Neverwinter.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I agree with you that Neverwinter's a generic, like fucking MMO.
What's up? I thought we did.
Yeah, that's why.
We did too, right? Yeah.
That's why I deleted it.
That's why I felt bad when I
play a lot of the JRPGs is because the JRPGs they use traditional systems that are reminiscent of dice.
Well, I just don't play anything unless it engages at this point.
That's what I mean. Yeah. I've been playing a good game I really like called Labyrinth of Refrain, Covenant of Darkness. It plays a lot like Eye of the Beholder. If you ever played that on Super Nintendo. Which was a Capcom. It was a Capcom first-person. I think it was Capcom.
I don't think I did.
It's a first-person Dungeons and Dragons game. And
is it a tunnel like grinder, kind of like Doom?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that game.
Yes, I've been playing a more modern version of that. And so, like I said, like a lot of these Japanese ones, Chris got DC. They exist, and I play a lot of that stuff. And I like the companies that put those games out because they'll start out as full price games, but they become budget games quick. Like I got that for that's what I bought. That was the other game I bought when I spent my $50 gift card and I spent like a few bucks on my own. I bought that game. I bought Covenant of Refrain. I'll send you a trailer for it. It looks good. It reminds me of that because there was a game I used to like a lot on NES called Shadow Gate. And Shadow Gate was like one of the first person fucking video games made. Period. But it's.
I'm not personally into like first person, except for that Call of Duty shit, and it's only because I like to be competitive at times.
They're a different type of first person. They're almost like for lack of better terms.
No, I know what you're saying because like I like RPGs and those.
The first person means scripts. So you play first person. Yeah, so like you play first person, but then it'll be like you'll get the parts in the game that the script comes up. you turn this corner and you see this dark this and this and this. Before you stands, and then they'll show you a picture of what stands. And so that it's not the same type of first person of that it's in real time. Like when you encounter a monster,
what
it's
was this
turn-based.
game? We used to play this game on the computer. What was it, Runestone or whatever? Myst?
Yeah, Runestone.
It was one of those games. It sounds exactly like that.
Yeah, this game's not an innovative game, but it's fun. In terms of like I said, when I say that, there's some good games out there that are cheap and are engaging, that are like legit RPGs. Idea Factory puts out some of my favorite games. They put that out too.
Speaking of which, Jason, I just unlocked in Death End Request. I just unlocked what do you call it? The fighting game change the battlefield.
Oh, I've been waiting to hear what that was like.
I've gotten to try it. I literally just unlocked it, and like the next time I play, I'll get to actually use it. But I'm looking forward to it. I was like, finally.
So curious to the group, what would I need, like, monetarily to try Hero Clicks?
It's like buying booster packs, but the booster packs are more expensive than a pack of like Magic the Gathering. Like each pack is like what, 10, 11, 12 bucks.
That's why I threw in like the monetarily part.
Yeah, and then starter kits run what, like 20
It really
bucks?
depends on how much you want to play too, how much you want to get invested. I
like being social, and
yeah,
I like seeing people
social,
and hanging out.
I would just really being social. You'd be cool buying like a fast force of what you like in a brick. So maybe spending about $150 to $200. If
would
it was
it be a bad idea
like
to do like some research, maybe on like YouTube or whatever, just of the meta and how the game plays?
Well, here's why I say well.
Because I'm used to doing that on Hearthstone, but Hearthstone's way more up to date.
Right now, anything you look about the meta will be irrelevant. And the reason I say that is that we're at that crux, which is a good time to get on. We're in that crux of a rule rewrite. Like major fundamental things.
Alright, so accepting donations now, if anybody wants to donate their bad clicks pieces. And I will do my best.
People will get rid of a lot of their commons and stuff, and that's my favorite build. The guys will tell you I'm not making that up. My favorite build is that when I get to do restricted builds,
you build like a popper deck.
Well, I do commons, uncommons only.
So, do you know what popper is in Magic?
No.
Popper is uncommons and below. So
okay, yeah. So I do commons and uncommons only, and sometimes to make things interesting, we'll say like one super rare and below, or one rare, But other than that, I like commons, uncommons. But you're right now is a good time to jump on because the meta is being fundamentals are being completely changed.
Okay. Times are hard. Oh, did I tell you I'm supposedly moving with Kyle?
Thank you, bud.
Where are you going to move to?
Costa Mesa.
Awesome.
It's all right. It's close to work. I mean, I would like to stay in Garden Grove, to be completely honest, but it's fucking expensive out here.
I'll tell you guys this. I really like Mortal Kombat fucking the current one. I'm not going to drop it.
I gotta play that with you more often, actually, yeah.
Well, you guys can switch games. Like, I'm sorry I don't have that game.
No, they don't know. I mean, I'll fuck them up. Like, they need to practice. Like, if we change, we're going to change the Street Fighter, or like
I have
something
Street
that
Fighter,
everybody's got right now.
and I have Blaze Blue, but I have to download it again because it was a waste
Cross
of
tag
space.
or
that's only like a few games.
The free one.
But
the free one?
Yeah, whatever the free one was.
Oh, was it given out as a?
I don't think so. I don't know.
No, it might have been the cross tag one. I don't know. There was like an hour of story before I can even fucking play it.
Cross tag is more like this.
It was cross tag then, but there was way too much. There was way too much dialogue.
Well, I don't click. That's why I don't play the dialogue. I just play the game.
Yeah.
I didn't play the fucking game. It was like an hour just to get to the fucking game. Like, I was like, I love you Japanese people, but I can't do this. Wait, who the fuck is that, like, redskin chick?
That was stupid.
Android 20 what?
Oh, she's the new android introduced in this game.
Oh.
For the story of
I
this
think they made her
game.
canon more recently in something else.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just know she came
I could
out.
be wrong,
She
but
She's
I
not
think they're going
canon.
to. I think they're going to. I
She
think
premiered
they
on
hinted
this,
at it because they've gotten all their alternate stuff. But
That's
there's
not
been big
necessarily
talk.
true because they never brought in the guys from Xenoverse into canon.
Yeah, but they're not as popular as her.
I don't think this is going to be canon. She's too far out there. She looks like a god. Why would they introduce her as canon?
So who she is in the alternate verse wise?
She's an android.
She's an android, but so because she's an android, is that the big reveal is she's actually fucking Dr. Jiro's wife, her human form, and you see her human form.
Dude, they're literally killing angels in fucking Dragon Ball right now. So, like, an android doesn't mean shit.
Oh, other side, nice. Did I block it? No.
No, you were too far into the lock. You were
Yeah,
gonna win,
I was like, come on, turn around, buddy. No, it wasn't happening. That's an ult right there.
Yeah, Dragon Ball got super dark. They're like killing gods and angels and shit.
I couldn't get back into it. Like I said, like watching Tokyo Ghoul in particular, I was watching and some other stuff. I was just like, but you know,
It's
I don't
not
know.
good.
For me, dude,
I'm
the
not
changer
gonna.
was Berserk. I'm that guy that I'll be like between Berserk and Evangelion.
Well,
And I'm like,
Berserk
no.
was like the foundation, like honest, like of real anime to me at least. And we were talking about that like 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, even Evangelion was before Berserk. I don't know. I like them both. They're both different. Like Evangelion's got the better story. Berserk's got the more sympathetic characters. Like that's the best way.
I can relate.
say it.
Yeah, I can agree with you. I can relate a lot better to Berserk. I haven't
Berserk's got
gotten
the more
into
sympathetic characters. But Evangelion is so. I gotta pour. We'll get into the beer. Evangelion's fucking cerebral as fuck. It took me a while to get it, and then
I
when
just couldn't
did,
get into it. Like the premise of it was just like a hard no.
Yeah, dude. There's one of my favorite. I like watching like different YouTubers, and one of my favorite ones is like, "This is the most depressing anime ever written." And I'm like, absolutely. I'm like, absolutely. It's good.
I guess it depends on how you look at it.
Well, it's not about robots. It's completely about like
No,
nihilism and
and
existentialism and
but it really depends on how you look at it and how you interpret things. Like,
well, I mean, that's why
everybody-
the writer said that. The writer didn't want to do a giant robot
I
anime. The writer was a
understand
manic
that.
depressant, dude. Yeah, he was a manic depressant, and he was like really like he was writing a bunch of his own thoughts were just spewing. That's what makes it beautiful. Is that when you know that the writer was manic depressant, but you know where he was coming from, that all the different characters and the different
but
outbursts.
coming from somebody that's been diagnosed the exact same thing, like it didn't click. Is what I'm trying to say. Like it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm really confused about that, but I just keep hitting the wrong button for now. Just do it the old-fashioned way. Here we guys. You guys hear everything.
I sure hope not.
No, I can hear my echoes from some of the speakers.
It's not mine.
It's probably Jason's because he plays it through the PlayStation camera.
I'm back.
Shitty.
Who am I fighting?
It's because of the fight stick. I'm dealing with
I know, it just throws everything off.
Yeah.
So once everything starts to clear up, I think we should call Perry's and tell him what's up.
Perry's Pizza?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they let us play Magic there before. I don't see why they wouldn't let us just get drunk and play video games.
Play video games?
What?
Got a screen key in the air? Like, all that stuff? Like, just come on.
They have a bunch of them.
Yeah, they got like a
Perry's Pizza?
whole like seating area and stuff.
Had
Yeah.
Perry's Pizza by way of Octavia, but I never did.
Dude, where do you live?
I live in Garden Grove.
And you've never been to Perry's? I'm kind of heartbroken. I don't even live in Garden Grove right now. Oh, man. It's the spot. I'll tell you what.
Put 'em up, put 'em up.
I'm sitting here like.
Oh
waiting to
yeah,
play
I was
something.
waiting on Chris. Yeah, here we go. All right, let's do this.
All right. Get ready
My
to
bad.
fuck me up.
It's all about having fun.
We're gonna be seeing a change in all.
Get ready to have fun, fucking me up.
They change characters, I'm in.
Well, I saw you online earlier. Like you were putting time in before all of us signed in, right?
Who?
You.
Dude, this is like the second time I played this game.
Oh, okay.
though.
Well, still, like I thought I saw like on my friends list.
Well, I was trying, and
There
like
you
it's
go.
super hard to like connect with people on ranked, apparently. And I mean, I don't.
We just
I don't
played
know
each
shit.
other.
Different moves.
I know like Street Fighter moves.
There you go. Fight game experience will help.
All this game is quarter circle forwards and backs.
Yeah.
There's no,
Well, and a
there's no
whole lot of
dragon
fucking
punch.
blocking, because if I'm pinched like this, because I got fucking wrecked in the corner earlier.
Oh yeah.
If I'm pinched in the corner, I'm fucked, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you're better off letting the block go, and it might be a series of hits go through, and then reset the block. If you just hold it down, you could get screwed. At least in
I kind of saw that earlier, but it's so hard. Like,
yeah, it's a
it's just a new game, honestly. Like, and I don't know how to break these combos yet. Like, I was straight butt mashing on that motherfucker earlier.
Ah, nice. The black command, man. It takes some getting used to. It definitely plays more like a Blaze Blue game because it's like that cross
Yeah,
system.
and I have to readjust. Like I was telling Jason earlier, I have to readjust how I would play a game because I have to go to like fight pad mode.
Mhm.
But I'm on a controller,
Oh shit. Mm-hmm.
and it's hard.
I'm
Not
gonna
trying
start
to make
using Frieza
excuses.
more.
I'm just saying, it's a little harder.
Yeah, it's a learning process, but that's the thing with all the fight games. Oh, interrupt.
And I picked a shitty character like an elastic fucking Boo.
I like the fat version of Boo on this game. Like I made.
Ooh, Kid Boo's fucking. Kid Boo's top tier. Like he's in. Like,
Well, yeah, but
in,
he's
like,
also erratic.
He's
Or
stalled.
he's
dude.
erratic.
He's
He's erratic for me,
he's erratic
where
for
I
you.
don't know where.
I'll say he's in like a 7 out of 10 Evo teams. Like I'll say, I'm not even making that up. Like a 7 out of 10 Evo teams is like Kid Boo.
I mean,
and,
I did bond with him. I can't predict where his punches are gonna go all the time, and it's
that's what makes
fucking
him.
me up.
Yeah, you have to practice him. That's what makes him strong. Is that his normals are in places that you can zone. You can be a zoner with your normal punches, in lack of better terms. He plays mean footsies. It's almost like Dawson without being... Like I said, he's got Omega Red's normals. He's got a lot of Omega... Oh, you weren't here for that conversation. Was
nice.
How is that
he's
not
got Omega Reds.
I dropped my guard.
That's a slow start. I
remember Omega Red. If I have to play like Omega Red, it's gonna be a while, dude. GG. That was good.
You haven't even seen my final form. No.
I'm totally cool with that. Please just
no,
push
the quick tour was fine.
I'm actually trying. See, that's where I get fucked. Is like I get stuck in the corner. I'm like either not offensive enough or like.
One trick that's cool in this game: if you hit triangle and circle at the same time, you'll appear behind me. Boom.
Yeah, but you have to have
gauge.
a bar to do that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like that's one way to get out. Another way to get out,
I think you got the block on. I think you can, because it's gonna. Yeah.
Here, like go to here. Stay on that
so
side real
if I'm
quick.
pinned in a corner and you're just fucking
So
my shit up.
watch what happens.
Do
Watch.
that.
So here, go back off to the other side of the screen, and then do R2.
I don't like to do that though. Like
What I'm trying to tell you, what I just showed you, I did down and circle, and I timed it with like when you were about to hit me. So if I'm on this side, I'm about to rush you because I just knocked you down. You might be able to get up and then do it down.
Can we try one more time?
Yeah. Do you want me to fly into you or you fly into me?
Fly
yeah,
into
I was
me.
gonna say. All right, ready and R2. I'll jump
Oh,
first.
just
I'll
R2?
jump
I
first.
thought you said down circle.
Oh, I hit R2. Sorry. I was trying to time it here. I'll just jump in the air, and then you do down circle at the same time, or you know when I'm next to you. And there you go. And then you can press R2 right after that and rush them in the air.
Right.
Yeah. So you can hit R2 again after you knock me up like that. Yeah. So look. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna jump and then dash. And then and then you can keep it going. See?
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know this stuff before.
That's what I sent you in that video.
Well, and I told you ahead of time. I was like, I didn't get to look at it.
You can heal. You can use your Z Spark to heal your characters if you hit square, triangle, circle, and X at the same time.
I'm honestly not trying to attack you.
No. Yeah, just play around with it. Yeah, that's.
I wasn't even touching the fucking controller.
What? Were your buttons mashed in?
No, it's sitting right in front of me, like on my
You
bed.
weren't even. Did you dash in with R2? So since I put a controller on the bed or whatever,
I could have, like, when I set it down, it might have triggered R2.
Might have dashed in. I was like,
anything.
okay, we're doing this here. So we'll go a second round. And
sorry, dude.
What? No, you're good. We're just playing around. At this point, you're just like getting familiar with the controls and like some of the
well, like like the
stuff.
last serious fighting game I was into was like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and that was.
And this one has speed like it. I don't have much experience or as much as.
This is way easier than that one. This Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is like my favorite, but it's got so much.
But I
bullshit.
had a fight stick then.
This has a lot of auto combos and just quarter circles. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit, but Marvel vs. Capcom 2, like someone knows how to play. Like I don't know, I can't do nothing against them. And I have fucking a shit ton of hours on it. I play on a fight stick on 3 still, and like dude, this game.
Nice. There you go.
This game isn't as hard once you get it. Once you get this game, you understand the natural rock paper scissors game, and that'll get you to beat me. That'll get you to beat people like me, which is all that matters. Is that you realize the rock paper scissors guess. I like Frieza.
Well, that's how I
know
play
he got buffed
Hearthstone.
recently.
That's why I don't
he's
play
not
a
S
fucking
tier. I
heavy
know he's
guy.
like A tier now, but I am liking what he does. I tried to use him at Vanilla as a zone.
Ooh, you glitched hard. Somebody glitched hard.
Yeah, I heard it on the voice. Yeah.
But no, I agree with you on like being diversive. Like in Hearthstone and Magic, I play 2 to 3 color decks, and in Hearthstone, I mean.
Do you know how to do that? The Dragon Rush R1. So it's like a block breaker. Oh, sorry, I'll let you do it.
I didn't know that. I don't even know how to change characters.
I keep saying
yeah, no, I'll run you through the course.
It's because that move was slow as shit season 1 to the point that Brawly Broly in season 1 was dog shit. Like
His
I really
charge?
used him, but I used him when he was really bad. That's the reason I can do well with him.
You know how to use your characters, how to switch between your assists, right? Just like Marvel.
I don't know who I'm listening to. There's too much.
Patrick. Yeah.
My fucking
Jason's talking about his game.
Too much talk.
Yeah. Here, we can just go. Oh yeah, so his his thing like levels him up. How does Gohan work? How does adult Gohan work again, Jason? Like he has different levels. Adult Gohan, like he powers up different levels or whatever.
To be honest, I don't understand how he works.
Oh, okay.
He's the better Gohan, but that's why I use King Gohan, because I understand him. But adult Gohan is a better Gohan, but I honestly don't know what it does and I can't utilize it. That's why I don't always use him. So I can't answer you with that. He really is a better Gohan, but the King Gohan and his kick and all that stuff just makes more sense to me.
And then just try to block as soon as you get up too. It's gonna.
I'm trying.
Yeah, it's gonna stop those assist characters from keeping you down. Nice. So we did it at the same time, so it just clashed.
Yeah. And that would have been L or R1 if I like.
Yeah, you can do it with triangle and circle at the same time, or not triangle and circle. Yeah. Was it square and triangle?
Triangle and square.
Yeah.
Because those two are trigger buttons, so I get that. No, I'm getting the function. It's just really getting used to the game.
Yeah. And you'll feel the flow of it as you.
Aside from, I should not have said like Marvel vs. Capcom. I should have said like Mortal Kombat whenever the fuck like it came out on 360.
What was it, 9? Was that 9?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then remember they also had Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe, which Injustice to me is the better game. Yeah, Injustice is much better, but what I did like inside of in Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe was they had like these falling sequences, like when you would knock someone off the edge of a map, and it'd be like a beat up while you.
That's what I hate about Soul Calibur.
I don't like those minigames.
I just thought it was cinematic. I would get into it.
I Soul Calibur too.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't those like Mortal Kombat versus DC and all that. It's too slow. It's too sluggish. Like
it was very sluggish.
Batman, and it's like it feels like you're hitting like a bag of sand the entire time. Like just going through a bag of sand.
I had an easier time getting used to in the movement of Injustice versus that game. Yeah,
I couldn't even play Injustice. I was like, this game sucks. And
I like Injustice.
I like Injustice.
I can't do it.
It's not as good as Mortal Kombat 10 or 11.
Jason seen me play on Mortal Kombat and I fucking move like I'm hustling, you know. But I can't do it with like Injustice, where it's all like super slow combo based, where you have to like input it before he even fucking connects. And you can't do it. It's just too slow.
Okay.
All right, peace, Suga.
Peace.
I said, you guys want to jump over Street Fighter in a minute?
Adios.
Yeah, we could do. Yeah, I'm down.
All right, I'm gonna jump over right now. We keep the voice chat, obviously. I'm gonna jump over in lounge right now.
All right, cool.
I just jumped over.